Welcome to Technology, guys. We are going to review some of those skills we worked on last week that some of us may have been struggling with, and we will be doing this in class as well, so you can get a double dose of these shortcuts, both in your lesson with me through your specials time and your lesson in your classroom with your teacher. All right, so let's get started here. We're going to go on My Document, and we'll see that we have to edit our document. Remember, if it pops up and it does not show you your document here and it says something about sign in, you go ahead and click on that sign in button. But mine is signed in here. So I'm going to scroll back up, click on edit, and have it open up my new document on a new page. Today we'll be focusing on these shortcuts here. Control C for copy, Control X for cut, Control V for paste, and if we make a mistake and need to fix something, we have Control Z for undo. All right, our first step here is, of course, to put our name. So we're going to click next to name and type our names in. Once we have our name in there, we're ready to move on. If you want to play with the font on your name, you can, but we're going to start by highlighting it. So start by highlighting your name above, and then move your cursor below this direction and paste your name 5 times. So I'm going to highlight my name. Again, I'm going to click and drag to highlight it. Once it is highlighted, I'm going to look at my shortcuts. I want to copy. Remember, it says to copy. So we're going to copy it. I'm going to hit Control C to copy. And then I'm going to move my cursor down beneath there, and I'm going to hit Control V to paste. 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 I have it in there 5 times now. You can put space between each one if you want, just to make it more obvious that they're separate ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we have to hold down that control button. We don't just try to hit them at the exact same time. Control works similarly, similarly, I cannot to shift. So we're going to hold control down and then press that C, and then hold control down and press that V. Once you have them all in there, this is when you can go back and highlight one at a time and change those fonts. This is not a requirement on this assignment, but it is something you are welcome to play around with if you like. Our first step here then is just that. It is highlighting the name above, Control C to copy, and then Control V to paste. Once you're done with that, you're going to move on to your second step. Our second step is to take these 5 words here and move them from where they are into this box. And this time we're going to cut. So this time we're going to cut our page, our words from here, and then paste them below. I look up at the top, I see my shortcuts are Control X for cut, Control V for paste. So first I'm going to highlight first, 1, 2. I'm going to hold down Control button.
Kind of already done.
You're holding on the Control button, you press the X just once, and it will cut it. Oops. Hold Control, press X, it will cut it out. You'll know it's cut because it is removed. Then I click beneath it here and hit Control V. See, it didn't disappear, it just got moved to my clipboard. Do the same thing with my second word, second, 1, 2. Hold Control, press X, move down beneath it into that next box in my table, Control V. Continue doing that with the third one, hold Control, press X, go in the third box, Control V, until we have all 5 of them in there. Our third and final step of this project today is to choose pictures from a website and paste them into this paper here. Now, to get to this website, you have to click this link. And to click the link, it's kind of like a shortcut. You have to hold Control. You can't just click on it. You have to hold Control down. And when you hold Control, you're going to get that hand now. And I can click once I have my hand, and it will open up a second link. You see up top it says Pebble Go. So we're going to take a couple of pictures from Pebble Go and insert them onto our page here. When I click on Pebble Go, it gives me different subjects. You can go to whichever one you want. So I'll go into animals here, and maybe I'll go to birds, and other birds, and cranes. It's going to open up a picture for me here, and I do have to highlight that picture. So we're going to click and drag across it to highlight it, and then using my shortcut, hold Control, press C, because you can't cut up on the page, you just copy it. Then I go back to my tab up top, make sure my cursor is underneath, see how the cursor is down here. Using my shortcut, hold Control, press V, and my picture is going to slowly come into there. And there we go, we have our first picture. You can resize that just enough so that you can get 2 pictures per line. We're going to go back to Pebble Go. And now I can go to the next picture and find other pictures of that specific bird. Or if you want to have fun, you can go back to here and say go to social studies this time. And go to holidays. and pick a holiday if you want to. This is coming up, so I'll click on this one, and you can go through these different things. Find one you like. I like the lights one. Again, I'm going to drag across it. Hold Control and press C to copy once more. Back in here, make sure you put your cursor next to the picture. If you have it selected like this, it could possibly replace that picture for you. So put your cursor next to it where you want it to happen. Hold Control, press V. Wait for it to load in. Once it has loaded in, you're going to resize again so that you have two pictures next to each other. All right? And I'm going to have you do that 4 times. So we want to finally choose pictures from this website to copy and paste onto your paper, and we're going to do 4 of them. Tools we are using, again, are at the top. Control C to copy, X to cut, V to paste, and undo is Z. Follow the instructions on the screen. They lay them out for you what you will be doing. And when you're finished, you're going to go back into your shortcuts in Microsoft and press that submit button to send it back to me. Make sure that it does say saved at the top here before you submit. And if you want to double check, you can always click on this refresh button here to make sure that this is the newest version of your paper before you submit it. As you can see, those changes have been happening. Okay, so go ahead, have fun, add some pictures, practice that copy paste, and you can play around with those fonts again anywhere in here that you want to change fonts. You are welcome to. All right, guys, can't wait to see what you have for me. Take care. Bye-bye.